going to obtain $11,978. Okay. What about the gradient series? Now I have to calculate the gradient series. I know the gradient, which is $1,000. Okay. I have to multiply it with the P over G because I want to calculate present worth, right? 8% interest rate table, 5 years. Now I will look for the P over G factor. Again, I will go to the same table. Yeah. So I'm going to look for the gradient factor now, P over G. Again, after 5 years. Now it is 7 point. It's not so clear, I know. I'm going to scan them, actually, and maybe upload them to AutoClass. It will be much more clear for us. This is 7.37 something, right? So let's close here and open this. So what will happen? 7.37 something. In here, I have to multiply with the gradient. This is the constant amount of increase every year, $1,000. And now I found that $7,372 is coming from my gradient series. Now I found my present worth of the uniform series, present worth of the gradient series. I have to sum this up, right? To be able to find all of them at the same time. So in the end, the total present worth will be around $90,350. Okay, so whenever we are calculating such kind of present worth or feature worth of such kind of gradient series, we are gonna use uniform series plus gradient series case. And for uniform series, we know the P over A formulas, F over A formulas. And for the gradient series, again, we will have a kind of P over G, F over G, so that we will bring everything to a certain date. If it is present, we will bring everything to present. If it is feature, we are going to bring everything to the feature. Okay? So this was the gradient series case. And we already mentioned that, let me open here. We also mentioned that we can find the unknown interest rate. If let's say that the feature word is provided to us, the present word is provided to us, the number of time periods is provided to us, of course we can find the I, right? Or else if A is provided to us, the annual worth, if the present word is provided to us, there will be certain factor in here, the capital recovery factor. If we know the time period, the N, then we will be able to calculate the I, right? So what I told at the beginning, I told that in formulas, we have 4 parameters. Okay, for example, in the first one, F is equal to P times 1 plus I to the N. We have F, we have P, we have I, we have N. And at least we have to know 3 of them to be able to calculate the remaining one, the 4th one, right? So if we don't know the I, instead of not knowing feature word, for example, of course we can calculate them, right? So if we are doing a kind of single payment or single receipt, which is called F over P, P over F, we have comparatively simpler equations, much easier equations that we can obtain I, right? So in this case, I is equal to, for example, such kind of equation. But this is for single payment case. Of course, if you also have uniform series, let's say PA relationship, FA relationship, again, we have certain formulas and we can obtain I from there, right? We can solve them. But if there are some non-uniform series involved or other parameters involved in the question, then problems becomes more complicated to solve directly, okay? So in that case, we do a kind of trial and error, for example. We can apply trial error procedure, or we can use some numerical methods to be able to solve such kind of problems, to find interest rates, okay? So that in such kind of questions, for example, it's easy for us. We can easily use our calculators to calculate I. But if non-uniform series are involved, okay, or if other parameters are involved, it will make our job much more harder, so that we will require to use some trial and error procedure. It's not for now. Okay, we can try to solve such an example maybe using Microsoft Excel in our 5th week, okay, in the next week.